There we go. It is just the new version of 60 Second, or the new version of Oregon Trail. Oh, you do need your keyboard for at the beginning, because all you're doing is gathering supplies in your family. You want me to do the first part? It's kind of hard. The first part's completely different from the whole game. The classic. Apocalypse. Or survival. Do survival. Yeah.
No, little boy.
4 family members, stock shelter, fragile equipment sturdy, food supplies 6 to 8, unwanted visitors few, water supply 6 to 8, trouble sometimes. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Press begin.
Wait, return or begin?
Begin.
Where is it?
Begin adventure.
Oh, I see.
The giant bold text.
Shut up.
You really do need those glasses, huh? That's a little loud in my ears.
Dicky.
She's not a thickie. And point with your mouse.
Alright, so what do I do here?
Click the notebook to get what's happening today. Day 1. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stock shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're pretty sure this is a good amount of supplies. Oh, and you got a ration. You can ration them if you want, or you can not give them anything today. You click on it, it gives them all, or you can select just giving 1 to 1.
Okay.
It's so easy to escalate silly arguments, and close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. Who drew that? It's probably one of the crazy people.
Oh, let's see how this works. Okay. The guy's already out of stubble. Goddamn.
Hey, it's a rough day. Apparently he's Wolverine. He shaves like every hour.
This looks like she's pissed as fuck at this man.
They're in a damn shelter.
Yeah, I know. And what is this kid looking so interested at? This fucking light?
Hey, that is a cool light.
What's the axe for? Axe? Oh, it tells you description. It's got him like a well-fed person.
See, like, whenever you'll encounter things in the world, and you'll need certain items for those things that you encounter.
Okay.
Or if you send someone out to scavenge, you can send them out with a certain item.
Yeah.
That'll help them survive. Or if you have the suitcase, you can send them out with multiple. You also don't need to feed them every day.
Wait, is there a gun somewhere?
No, you don't have the gun. You didn't get it when you in your random random thing. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she doesn't not saying it out loud. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He even seems cheerful. Dolores is doing quite well, or just can't find anything to complain about. Ted seems to be doing all right even.
This bitch must be Ted. What kind of fucking... What is he looking at? The Boy Scout thing?
Yeah, he's a Boy Scout.
Just grab it and read
like
it.
the
You
good
don't have
scout.
to stare at it. This is creeping me out a little bit. This dude right here.
Don't worry about it. He'll change his expression once they're about to die. I thought the world had gone to a crappy place.
Huh. Funny.
Ha. You don't need to feed them every day. So, fed them yesterday. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I did.
They even tell you when they need, I think. Yeah, it says it in the reading. Looks like the area is still irritated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe.
Irradiated.
Irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe, unless you don't mind getting sick. You can send one of them out and send them with the gas mask and they won't get sick.
Let's look at... Wait, can I?
You gotta press backpack. There you go. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could talk and walk soon. Take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings.
I think you have a YouTube notification. Oh no, it's just from Meme Central.
Dun 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 dun. Still, it's better
Is there
to
music playing?
yeah. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Nothing new to report on Timmy. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. They're all
Where
fine.
the fuck are they sleeping?
I don't know.
Is there more like behind what we can see?
I would hope so. Otherwise, that kind of sucks. They sleep sitting up.
Yeah.
You don't need to feed them. They're not telling you they need to.
But maybe I should give them some water, right?
They don't say that they need it. They'll tell you if they need it in the little writing.
So we could just wait until they
Yeah.
need it? Okay.
We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday, and we feel ready to go out now. Who should be the lucky one of us to venture into the unknown? Now you pick someone, and then you can add what you want to bring them.
Alright, let's send this little bitch outside. He needs to...
Click on it again to random. Yeah, axe.
But have him take the axe.
No, give him the gas mask. He's gonna die.
Oh,
But
that's
it's still radiation.
Do you have to unlock more things to take?
If you get a suitcase, you can take more.
Okay.
Looks like an alien dildo.
Yeah, it does.
Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Is there one thing it needs? It's water for Dolores. Ted needs water to survive. They'll need water.
Okay.
That gives them food, too.
Oh, oops. How do I do that?
If you click on water, it just gives them all to it.
Okay.
It's hard to keep track of it down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. Those terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. You don't have the med kit.
How do you get the med kit? Does he come back with it?
Yeah, he can find it, or somebody can come up and trade it for you, or
Okay.
there's a lot of random things. You just don't have it now. Or you can start with it.
Okay.
Ew. There's a snoring noise in my ears. Aww.
Dude, she's not okay.
None of them look so good.
God damn.
They've been down there for 5 days. Don't say it.
And this fan isn't fucking working. Hey, the map is new.
It's always been there.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Wait, can you mark locations on it? Shit. Okay. Anyways. Ted's
Tired. Tired.
Tired.
Oh, because you couldn't get the... You didn't have the med kit with sleeping pills in it, so they didn't sleep.
Dang. Don't mess with my vape head. Alright, let's see. Wait, Oh, we didn't say mouth yet.
Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yammering will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Mary Jane is really tired, Dolores is really tired, Ted is really tired.
Well, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I sent the guy out and he hasn't come back yet. Probably because his bitch ass can't fucking...
He's probably dead. They don't need anything. Someone is at the door. We are a bit scared, but maybe it's friendly
Yeah,
face
we're
of the
gonna-
American soldier. Should we open?
We're gonna open because they're all gonna die pretty soon from sleep deprivation if we don't.
Uh-oh. I hope they're all just dead by morning.
Bet. Oh, okay.
Anything changed? Looks like they lost some food. No? Read it.
I think they lost some water. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. Yeah, we didn't lose anything.
Read it. Oh, a group of travelers wearing a gas mask and carrying some serious-looking equipment gave us purified water before we could thank them. They turned away and left. You got 2 water.
Oh, nice.
Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ted is fine. How do they still not need to eat?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Where is this bitch, bro?
Hey, he's probably dead.
What time is it? It is 1:19. Goddamn.
That's the magic hour.
Hard to do that.
It's hard being down here, living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Is that everybody dead outside the house?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoever's drawing this is shitty, because it's not even the kid.
Alright, the kid better come back today. No, still gone.
We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal. We might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Where is the water when Ted needs it? Everybody needs water.
Okay, who's writing this? Because there's no like. I'm trying to how do I explain this? Okay, so it's like a different entity that's writing about all of them.
Yeah.
It sounds like not like Dolores. It should be like mine or somewhere.
I think Ted has gone crazy and he's writing about all of them.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's go give them all water. This bitch is probably dead.
Yeah. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more, maybe discover if anyone else has made it. A radio could help with this. Click on the radio. Nope. Not back.
Dude, where is he? He's probably fucking deceased.
Deceased. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government emergency announcement services, and guess what? Great news. The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to the traveler on the surface now. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud. Oh my god, out loud. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Oh, Ted needs food. Ted. Yeah, one of the women's name is Ted.
I didn't click on the woman.
You thought about
Do
it.
I need to give anything else to anyone?
No, they didn't say they were. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it. We're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it?
Yeah, let's open it. I think let's be adventurous.
I hope it's a bomb.
If they're all dead, I swear to God.
The end.
Yeah, I know.
She's sick.
Dude, she is not okay. How did she get sick? Where?
Well, let's read the journal entry and find out.
Okay, no, seriously, what did she get sick from? Her skin is the same color as her clothes, so
Ew.
she's got some sort of weird disease.
Radiation sickness?
Good theory.
It's just a theory. Inside the suitcase, we found some soup, but yuck, it's expired a long time ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spent the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. Ew, bucket. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores got ill. Ted is rested. Oh, so Dolores and Mary Jane need food.
She needs a med kit.
You don't
We
got
don't
one.
have one. She's gonna die. Oops, I didn't even do that.
Where's Timmy?
All right, he needs something to eat.
No, he doesn't. Mary Jane does.
Mary Jane does. And then Timmy's fucking dead. Bet.
As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight for the safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must be, Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. You didn't press the radio!
Oh, oops.
Oh,
I
Timmy's
forgot.
back.
Timmy, oh, he's not okay.
What'd you get us, bud?
Hungry and tired.
You didn't get a fucking med kit. God damn it, Timmy, you're useless.
Open thing at the soup. 10.25.
God damn it, Timmy, you're useless.
Alright, let's see.
If there's one thing we need is to use the radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency broadcast. That might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or the strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe now with us. You got your gas mask back? When scavenging for flies, one should check every possible corner, even if it doesn't seem promising. With that in mind, we ventured into the ruins of the local bank, hoping to find something more than piles of useless pre-apocalypse coins. It looks like the bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with saws hidden in teddy bears. Who does that? Anyway, we can see why they wanted to rob it so badly. The place was filled with tomato soup cans. How did it end up here? Maybe the mail. Mail had it delivered to the bank instead of food bank. +4 food. We found a shopping bag on the floor next to the counter. It contained a couple of rotten bananas, a hand cream. Wait, a hand cream?
Yeah, I did say it. Does say it.
A hand cream, a pair of bunny slippers, and some bottled water. Tempting all of those treasures may have been, we limited ourselves to taking the water.
Why didn't you take all of it?
What do you need those for?
Whatever.
We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Mary Jane is rested. Timmy should eat something. Timmy is really tired. The one thing Dolores needs is water. Ted doesn't drink anything. He won't last long. Mary Jane, drink. Everybody needs drink. Timmy needs food.
Okay.
Timmy doesn't need drink.
Okay, so that's good.
Boom, 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 boom. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic drop, yet here we are. Clearly a phone ringing outside. It must be a public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it?
I think we should send Mary Jane. Wait, isn't Mary Jane really tired?
No, Timmy's tired.
Okay, so let's send Mary Jane.
Her and Ted are rested. Timmy and the wife are.
Alright, I have to piss. You take over for a second.
When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasping of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from the nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call cut us short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Mary Jane hasn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud. Timmy should eat something. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Ted's not complaining today, at least not very much. I got you, big boy. The state of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it and go out. After all, you only live once. We should start preparing for an expedition tomorrow. There's one person we truly miss. It's our great Uncle Terry. He used to tell us brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It'll be reassuring to hear one of those stories again. And yet, we don't even have a photo of him. Just memories. Boy Scout novel. We did it. The photo we were looking for was stuck between the pages of Scott's handbook, the Scout handbook. What a lucky coincidence. It's a bit blurry, but it's still a wonderful surprise. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Timmy should eat. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink.
Ow.
We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Timmy needs both. Alright, go ahead. We needed to make a choice for today's expedition. Which one of us best fits the face of the wasteland survival?
So Timmy's not even on the roster here.
No, he's still tired and hungry. Now send him with an item.
We haven't sent her yet.
She's sick, though.
I'll send her with an axe to cut down something.
She's sick, though. Or do you want...
Oh, yeah, I'll send Ted. We're gonna send him with a flashlight.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. How long... It took Timmy, like, what? 5 days to return? Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Timmy's very hungry. Water's all Dolores wants. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Women need water. Man needs soup. Or boy. Boy!
She's still sick.
Yep. You haven't found any health kit. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could all just get out and leave? Walk around the surface like we used to? Smell the fumes and pollution? Ah, that's the scent of freedom we miss. Boom, 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 boom. We can take care of ourselves. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. Dolores' health hasn't improved. Open the names of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claims to represent freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduced themselves like that and probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open?
Yeah, we're gonna open.
You're suicidal. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, they got a gun. Nice.
Bum, 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 bum. Opening the door revealed a group of armed teenagers, possibly high school students. Contrary to what they expected, they were very friendly and requested to know if we've seen any Reds nearby. We couldn't help them. When they found out we were not armed, they were kind enough to leave us a spare rifle. We asked who they were, and all they said was Wolverines. Oh, it's from the movie, Red Dawn. It's always better when they are calm, when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Dolores would really love to eat. Dolores, food, Timmy, drink. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments. We close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting and suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. Somebody drew a skull and crossbones. Well. Ted's back.
Oh my god.
Still didn't find a med kit. And you broke the fucking flashlight.
What the hell?
Come on, Ted. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's just hope it won't happen again. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Government is dropping supplies for survivors in the area. They were marked by smoke and flares and easily be seen, but most of them are barely reachable. Despite that, a lot of them were already ransacked by scavengers. How did they do that? One of the food drops broke in midair, and now it's raining soup. Lucky for us, a few cans survived the fall. 2. Some crates were filled with very weird stuff. Why did they drop a crate full of rubber ducks, and at least one of them small crates had a few water bottles in it? 2. Curses, our flashlight is out of service after the expedition. -1.
Yeah, you need to fucking spank Ted for that shit. That's important.
Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. Like a good scout, Timmy is making the best of our situation. He even seems cheerful. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Feed Ted. Women need water. That's not Ted.
Oh, oops.
Man, that click is really,
The fuck? This cursor is so huge. Big fat L. This whole entire family is taking a fat L.
We're not certain about the situation on the surface. A trip could be risky, but we could really use a surprise. You want to send someone out?
Not really.
No. Then don't do it. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked up. It would be good to head straight for the safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. Not even possible in this situation. Our hope is that the brave soldiers will come and rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those. Yeah, they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Yes. Now you clicked it this time.
Shut up.
The radio's making weird noises in my ears. Good news! The government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from the area. The announcer asked everyone listened to wait while longer and expect further communication in a few days. We'll be out of here soon. Mary Jane's quite hungry. No news is good news. There's nothing going on with Timmy. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Ted's stomach is rumbling.
What
Wait.
is this?
Oh my gosh. Wait, go back. Mary Jane needs food and Timmy needs food. No, Mary Jane and Ted need food. Black-haired. You want to go out?
Yeah. Let's send Mary Jane since she's feeling good. Wait, why can't we send these two?
Tired.
Well, we can still send people who are sick.
No, Ted and Timmy are tired. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equal scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just one can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we try to take a step forward and get the bag. Should we make the deal? What do you think it is?
Probably a bomb.
It's a cat.
Yeah,
Don't complain. That's a gift from the heavens.
Sharkov.
Sharkov. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started violently shaking, emitting screeching and hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to just be an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look, promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharkov. Is that its name? Mary Jane is worried. Isn't worried. Or at least, she isn't saying it. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Ted is hungry. Ted needs both. Timmy needs water. Who should go out? Give her an item.
Oh, we need to have this one to send the gun with ammo, don't we?
Yeah.
We should give her the map.
I don't know. Sharkov. I like Sharkov. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy's very hungry. Water is all Dolores wants. Dolores needs a doctor, or at least pills. It's now or never. Ted is hungry. Dolores needs water. Timmy needs... the men need food. Dolores needs water. And I wonder how long Dolores is going to live.
Not another day. For sure.
Timmy got back to the shelter from his expedition and looked fine, but it turned out he had a hurt on his hand and a piece of rusty metal, and that would be infected. It doesn't look like it's healing up. We have to patch it up.
Oh, we're gonna cut his hand off. Bet. That's a bet. Alright. No way are we gonna cut his hand off.
Where'd damn axe go?
What? I'm confused. Let's read.
Timmy was very brave about the idea of cleaning up his wound with a heated axe blade. Oh. It was a bit painful, but it was soon over. The axe is in no shape to be used again, but Timmy seems much better. Ouch, the axe slipped just a bit, but that must have hurt. Timmy got hurt. Oh, he slipped while he was cutting his arm? Ow. Dolores needs a doctor now, at least now or never. No problems are troubling Ted this fine morning.
So no one needs anything?
Nope. Timmy's hurt. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's not something we are looking forward to.
She's gonna be dead another day.
Hey, look. Look at the cat.
Still alive.
Look at the cat.
Does the cat need food?
Wow. I don't know. That's funny.
Okay.
That's the noise it made, and it yelled at me. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we are still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores needs a doctor. Ted's really thirsty. Men need water. Dolores needs food. She got a lot of supplies. We didn't think we'd get a chance to increase our food supply by simply a card game, but that's not what we were offered. By a man who knocked on our door today with 2 cans of food. We win, we get his 2 cans. We lose, we give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? I think we lost
Oh
too.
no.
I think we lost too. Did we? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, that man must have cheated. We lost, and before we could argue about it, the man left with our supplies. Ted seems to be developed an allergy to our furry guest. He has been coughing and sneezing all night. We should try to give him some medication, or just get rid of the cat. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. If there's something, water for Dolores. Ted got sick. Dolores needs water. All of them are sick. Sharkov is still freshly addition to our little family. We need to keep an eye on him. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on his collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it. And it's not far. Should we take a quick trip and see what's there?
Oh, yeah.
Medkit? Oh, look at Ted.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Fuck.
Sharkov is gone. Dolores is back. At least the cat's gone. Dolores' sickness progressed quickly, coughing, fever, chest pains, and she didn't recover. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by 2 men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards us, the cat to pick him up, saying they'd been looking for him for a while. Supposedly, Sharkov belonged to an old lady who'd rather found out and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to the last few days. Nothing made us happier than the straight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Our expedition went directly to visit the primary school, not from the education course. Oh no, we were desperate for supplies, and the school was our best chance of getting them. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80, and everything she touched tasted great and smelled tomato. Now we know where our secret was. Tomato soup cans. She only got 1 can. Mary Jane is starving. Mary Jane is pretty fatigued. Mary Jane's pretty tired.
So let's get
food. No news is good news. Ted's pretty. Okay, so Mary Jane needs food. Well, one's dead. Good job, Leo.
You want to play? We can switch.
We found an anonymous note next to our shelter door. Whoever wrote it requested that we should send 1 representative to meet tonight in the set location. That a person must come unarmed. This bit worries us, but the author assures us he or she is friendly and doesn't mean to hurt us. Are we ready to send someone out to check out?
We're going to send a little bitch.
What if he dies? That sucks.
Well, everyone's going to die. You know I'm shit at these games.
We didn't get anything. Knock on knock. The meeting we organized with twin siblings, a brother and a sister, who took upon themselves to scout the remains of the city, looking for trustworthy and decent people. They seemed honest about their intentions, and were more than happy to meet them again. They said they know where to find us, and they're going to contact us if they need some help. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back to the wasteland and is safe with us now. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy's wounds are getting better. Ted is thirsty. Mary Jane hungry. Ted thirsty. And Timmy complaining about being sick.
Medkit.
Nobody can go.
Dang.
The state of the wasteland remains so unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it. Oh, today we were visited by a stranger looking little man introduced himself. Not the radio.
Yeah, we're trading the radio. We need a medkit.
But how are you going to contact the military?
Fuck. No, we're gonna trade the radio.
I hope they're both dead. What? Oh, he's back.
She's back.
Sharkov is a man.
Sharkov's back?
Yeah.
How?
Weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick covered in some mysterious sauce. They snack looked pretty disgusting, so we turned them down, but we brought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. Our surprise, we found Sharkov back at our shelter this morning. We were not exactly sure, or how it came back to our, it's good. Is it our good care of it? Appreciates our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Mary Jane is very thirsty. Timmy's wounds aren't getting better. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Who are you gonna heal? Mary Jane needs both. Timmy doesn't need any. But, I mean, you can spoil him if you want. Nobody can go.
Yeah. Almost out of juice.
It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can think about it. That's what keeps us making this terrible situation. Is our house still standing? Or will we have to move some forsaken hole like Toronto? Hi, Sharkov. We can make it work, even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that the best way to escape to get to Europe. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy should eat something. How about we get something to drink? Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted and Mary Jane food, Timmy both. Nobody can go.
We're running out of water.
Sorta.
Let's not get him water.
But no, not Timmy.
Fine.
We didn't medical supplies, so what's a bad joke? Time to do something about that bug spray. It's just standing there. Why don't we use it to make some drugs? This is an amazing idea.
Oh, okay.
This is an amazing idea.
That they're all dead.
Explosion.
Meth that they're making.
Oh, they actually did it. You can heal up Timmy now. Ah, what do you know? Combining America's innovation and deadly bug spray can result in just enough drugs to replenish an empty first aid kit. Well, worry about the side effects later. I'm surprised how well Mary Jane is handling this situation. She looks fine today. Look at the good scout Timmy is, making the best of our situation. He even seems cheerful. Where's the water when Ted needs it? Ted, water. You have a med kit for Timmy if you want to use it. Everybody's gonna do alright. No bingo. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sharkov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topping off with a big meow fur ball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best that we leave it. Or should we examine the wire?
We're examining the wire.
I hope the cat scratches somebody and they're injured.
Yeah, they're probably affected.
What was it? I don't see anything new. We followed the wire outside and found a halfway burned out truck with two surprising gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs that were some space tech right there. Were they listening on us, our very own shelter? There's a feeble excuse about the roadside panic that didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics in here, and the car had no wheels. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Timmy has healed up. There's nothing going on with Ted anyway. Mary Jane needs water. No bingo. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Shoots you.
I'm gonna say yes to everything risky.
Day 29.
I'm getting bored of this.
How are we still not escaped?
I don't know.
They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they were on a top-secret government mission. They wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather the cat. Suspected of being Soviet agent, they were willing to let us to their super top-secret government safe house. If we helped them some sort of their top-secret mission, they assured us that they'd make contacts and give us some more details. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. We couldn't leave Timmy without water for too long. Ted is not complaining much today, at least not very much. Our supplies are scarce, our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors near, mostly old folks, their retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway. We need more of them, right? You're gonna go rob an old folks home? Leo, you're an evil person. There's a bloody handprint on the back now.
What the fuck? How did the hell? And this? What is this?
There's a cow. There's a two-headed cow on the left.
Yeah, I see that.
A bunch of random shit all over the shelter now. We're richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. Let's just never mention this whole thing again. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is very brave. Where is the water when Ted needs it?
Ted needs water.
Where it at? No. We didn't find any water. We robbed people and there was no water. Look what you did. Oh. Our family is being stuck down here for a while now. We're very worried it might have an adverse effect on Timmy's education. He can't even read anymore. Up there, he has at least consumed a comic book or two a week. Now there's nothing. We need to give him something to read.
Read the Boy Scout book. You've been staring at it.
Well, now he's not staring at anything.
They never explained this.
I think it's all the things that you've done, all the events get stuff all over the walls, like the picture in the background, the drawings.
The open med kit.
Yeah. Dolores' dead body. The only book we have with us, the Scout's Handbook, but it's more than enough to get Timmy to reading. He might learn a thing or two along the way. It's perfect. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Timmy seems okay. Ted is rested. Mary Jane, water. Oh. Ted could have gone if you wanted to send him.
Mm.
What?
Oops,
Oh, you
I was
clicked
gonna
it.
skip that.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
mean to do that.
It's just one of the outro things. Shit, it doesn't matter. Hopefully there's time to leave will come soon. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy's very hungry. Timmy needs water. Ted is hungry.
Okay,
Food for everybody.
Food for everybody.
And Ted needs water, I think.
Let's go back and read it.
Timmy needs water.
Timmy needs water. We're so low in water.
Well, you didn't send him with anything.
Oh shit.
Well,
Oh, well.
hope he'll do all right.
It's just the fatty and bitch.
You don't actually have much to send him with anyway.
Yeah.
I guess the gun.
How do we unlock more, like, things to take with you?
The suitcase. Mary Jane hasn't worried. At least she's not sitting outside. I didn't read that. Thanks, man.
I read it.
We're surprised our generator is still running. We're at least getting some light in here, but we're going without a flashlight. It's suicidal. We should try fixing it.
Okay. Yes, they fixed it. Now he's curious again.
He's happy again. Excellent. Flashlight works. We're still like a charm. We can't find where air is going. Mary Jane needs water.
We're not sparing any more. Fine. We're just gonna keep going until it's all out.
We've scared a little bit off today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind the wall. We don't remember installing that, but we can probably crack it. We will technically have a time world to do so we should try.
You're misreading it. You need to get closer to the screen. Want my glasses?
No, I don't need your glasses, damn it.
Tell me if you can see better with these.
No, that gives me a headache.
It's perfect for me. I need to clean my glasses.
That's a shame.
They're kind of cloudy.
Why is there dead body still there?
I don't know.
They could move it.
Yeah.
We're not sure how or why the map just decided to slide off the wall, but we're lucky that happened. There's a dusty safe. We found some supplies. It was a radio. Timmy needs water. 2 bottles. Another broadcast from the military. They said they need to locate general area where it was, and they want to leave special markings close by. They said markings should be cards, playing cards. How strange is that? We're supposed to go out to the nearest bus stop and pin a card, detonating our head count there. Weird. Perhaps if we're doing it that time, but now. Yeah. The cards are in place. All we need to do is wait for the army to pinpoint our location. That shouldn't take long, we hope. Mary Jane isn't worried. Timmy's doing well. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw some young man dressed in a ragged camo clothing. She was nasty-looking rifle, but she hailed us in a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter tracking big mutated spiders. She ran out of ammo and told us that if we help her, she would pay us back in a while.
We're not going to do that.
Hey, bug. Lois turns to hunt mostly for food. Clearly, she's uncivilized scavenge. Delicious soup is what decent people eat these days. And we were not amused and didn't give her anything. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane is a good idea. No news is good news for Timmy. He's alright. Uh-oh. Ted better return. All we could use some more supplies. I counted all of them today. Our numbers didn't make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that the teacher from this local school bus managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they're relatively safe. And we can really use whatever they have. We can really use it.
Which is worse? Starting from old people? Fuck, I just spit. Starting from old people or starting from little kids?
Stealing from little kids. You're gonna go murder little kids. You didn't even get any water. We're now richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good. Let's just never mention this again. Mary Jane's quite hungry. Timmy should eat. Oh, Timmy needs water too. Yeah. Both food, Timmy water.
We have so much food and so little water.
There's probably water content in soup. Playing a game or two at night is a good way to relieve a mood and take our minds off the problem of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try every now and then? They're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
How is it day 30? 39. Usually the game gets over by like day 20. Oh, look at all the water he came back with.
Yes.
And an axe. I thought playing silent game would be more of a good idea. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. We were happy to find out the fire station in our town is at least semi-operable, even after the apocalypse. It's not really shocking. Firefighters are the greatest heroes after all. Marines and ice cream men. The ones with the happy tunes in their bands. Although none of their faces look familiar, we were sure they were real deal. They had uniforms and helmets and everything. They even customized their headwear by drawing a little menacing skull on them. How creative. Near the garage we found a few firefighters shooting off some giant mutated cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined them in the fun and managed to file some bottles of water in the process. 3. Outside next to the entrance we found a mannequin dressed as a police uniform nailed to the wall with a fire axe. It must have been art installation and we were really sorry to ruin it, but we really needed that axe. Although initially friendly, the firefighters became a bit anxious after a while. They handed us a can of bug spray and asked us not to tell anyone about what we saw here. We're not sure why. Maybe they're too humble and don't want people to come back and shower them with gifts. Impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. Timmy might not look like it, but he's doing fine. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really, really badly. Ted needs food. Who you want to go outside? Oh, using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yard to a string, agents rang our next door top-secret mission. They will surely land us in the VP bunker very soon. They want us to go out one successful expedition and write down what we saw on the journey. That must suck. They haven't showered in 40 days. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing so. I took duty and promised they would be back with more information soon. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she gets back. Despite the dire circumstances, Ted's hungry. Ted.
Ted or Timmy?
Ted. It's Ted.
Oh, okay.
We're either going crazy as a tire shelter and he's crumbling with little insects, or worse, it's spiders, and not some miniature ones. Get rid of them. If there's anything that can drive spiders away, it's stop climbing us on the furniture, it's bug spray. That was the right time to unleash the deadly weapon, and the result, excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Ted is hungry. Ted needs both water for Timmy. So much food.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't about to finish our dinner, if you can call that, when we heard someone knocking at the door. It seems to be a trader who's very interested in ammunition. How about that? What's he going to give us?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, shit. She lost a hand.
That kind of sucks, doesn't it? How is this game still going on? Where's the military? Our visit was happy to get some ammunition. In return, he offered us rations. It wasn't much, but something. Always better than nothing. The recon mission was risky, but we had to visit neighborhoods. They were dicey, even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope their missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade. We're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Mary Jane is injured. Despite the dire circumstances, Timmy's okay. Ted's hungry.
Wait, let's go back and get this medkit for her. Oh, we can't. It's incomplete.
You can send Timmy. Well. Timmy and Mary Jane are to need some physical exercise. Let's let them run around outside in the wasteland a bit too adventurous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. It's not like we have an excessive vases or antique dishes. They're gonna break a can of soup.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting bored of this, man.
Mind you, it's not supposed to go on this long. What'd you do wrong? We should have seen it coming. Mary Jane and Timmy are around way too fast before we could stop them. They crashed into each other and fell to the ground, causing our supplies to fly every possible direction. And they don't look guilty at all. They seem more cheerful. Good for them, but now someone has to clean up the mess. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble. Timmy seems okay. No trouble. He should go outside. Timmy, send him one item.
Can we send him with a gun with no ammo?
Try it. It's a threatening. Water is what Mary Jane needs most. Ted needs water. Both need water.
Oops.
You killed off the lady really early.
I cut what?
Killed off the lady really early.
Yeah.
We can barely breathe in this damn shelter for the last couple of hours. The situation is getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. In that case, we need to look for fixing things right away. Your radio is about beeping.
It's beeping?
Yeah. Well, on the headphones it is. The obvious thing to do when the vent's blocked is check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight in the hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. The injured Mary Jane might take a while to heal. Ted was hurt.
Damn.
The army isn't coming, but not yet anyway. But today's radio news has said they have been broadcasting for all citizens to assist them by cutting down trees in nearby parks. We don't know if it's some fancy general needs it for his fireplace or what, but they suggested to either that or evacuate. Or either that or no evacuation. The choice is pretty obvious to us.
Dude, this man they're fucking great. Look at this.
Well, it's been 46 days without a shower.
Alright, I don't want to play anymore. You can play.
I'm going to finish this, even though you already screwed us over. Ew, it's warm. We chopped down as many trees as we could. It wasn't much, but hopefully it will make the difference in the one and next time they get in touch. It'd be better to be for a tank parked on our lawn, or what's left. Our only regret is that the wood chopping business ruined our axe. Mary Jane seems fine. No news, probably Ted this fine morning. Everybody's cool. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution? Ah, the scent of freedom we miss. This fucking bug. Knock, 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 knock. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane's been asking about it all day. All Ted was both need water. Clearly we were trustworthy after our last successful mission, and agents came back with another request. We are generously provided either a couple of soup cans or water bottles from the agents in the field. They'll take care of the delivery in return, and we'll be given encouragement, pat on the back, and the promises of a better future in the shelter. We just recently able to fill their request, and they thanked us for doing the civic duty and promised that they would be back with more information soon. Impressive how well Mary Jane looks. Said stomach is really. And they kind of look different from when they started. Trash can as ours is getting pretty disgusting. The good news is we don't have much appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason, we would like to tidy this mess up. The giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. What does that do? They gotta break the book. Don't break the book. They didn't. Look at that. That was a close nest of those glowing bugs. Might have been more than enough to drive us out in the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but the radioactive roaches? Yikes. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Oh, everybody's gonna die. Timmy, give him a medkit. Fuck. Timmy, you broke the damn gun! Too bad we don't fix those wounds soon. They might get worse. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back with a wasteland and it's safe for us now. Unfortunately, the search was futile. You gained nothing and you broke the rifle. Reggie needs both. Timmy needs food. Ted needs water. Timmy, you son of a bitch. Can't even go. There are so many things you can do in Tiny Mucker, so we thought, hey, why not play some games? There's nothing just for kids, you know? We're gonna die. Where's the goddamn military? We played I Spy. It was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, we all got bored of letter W. Walls. Water. Mary Jane's quite hungry. Timmy needs something to eat. Ted seems to be doing alright. Gonna share crappy place. Breathe calmly. 1, 2, 3. That's better. Don't panic. Don't panic. We need to open the door. The instant we're all going to die. Open the door. Okay. Yes. Opening the door and letting the containment air was a great idea. Now instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. Mary Jane is hurt, and we haven't done anything to make it better. Timmy should eat something. Timmy needs both. Wait, what did that say? Ted says there's nothing to worry about him. He's okay. Someone's at the door. You're a bit scared, maybe. Man's friendly face in America, so yeah. Yeah! Woo! We were taken out of our home in the dark of the night, hastily transported to what the agents call pedestrian bunkers. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are similar shaded gray, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supplies is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let somebody else empty the bucket for a change. We spent 53 days in a shelter. Yay. 53 days, water consumed 11.15 times defended your shelter. Silence, successful expeditions, 8 out of 8. Items brought from expeditions, 15. We never said no to an option. Yay. Woo! That's it.